Today we're breaking down Trendyn Motley, a top 50 hitter in the 2028 class. Since working with us, he's gained over 15 miles an hour in exit velocity, 100 feet in distance, and has become a more consistent hitter. So in this video, we'll show you exactly how the transformation happened and the same drills we've used to unlock these results. And if you're wondering who we are, I'm Carlos Regradam G-Swing. We've worked with over 55 major league hitters that have gained over $900 million in contract value after becoming clients. So let's dive in. At Gradam, we use our teach, train, transfer system to bring results to hitters. So the first thing we do is teach. So when Trendyn came in, always showed him, hey, this is what's happening in your swing. This is what one of the best hitters in the world are doing. His comp was Cal, who's having a great season this year. And the first thing we looked at, we never like to change the stance of a hitter. But with Trendyn, in his stance, he likes to put his knees over his toes, so he's quad loaded. The challenge of this is that when you're quad loaded in your stance, the first thing you really have to do is engage the glutes and the hamstrings and create that hinge. With Trendyn, you see here that that knee is getting over that line. So he's rocking back, and now his legs are starting to get more vertical. So now, since he was quad loaded and the quad's an extension muscle, he's going up instead of engaging those glutes and hamstrings along with the sway. Where you see with Cal, that when he does his negative move, you're seeing that knee doesn't get anywhere near that line because he's engaging the glutes and the hamstrings. He has no wasted movement going back. Now we go into that positive move. Since he really swayed back, he's not gaining ground. Where now we see Cal, when he gets into his positive move, that dot's getting off that back side, landing in a great athletic 50-50 position. Hips inside the knee, knees inside the ankle. Trendyn, obviously an athletic kid, his body found balance and landed 50-50. So we're just more engaging those legs so that exit velocity to increase. And that's where that big increase in exit velocity came from, was just engaging the big muscles. But the big takeaway for Trendyn seeing better velocity is that when he lands, notice the difference of the hand positioning. You can see with Cal, those hands are in line with the shoulder, where Trendyn, those hands are above the shoulder. And for every action, there's an opposite and equal reaction. So with his hands going up, it's now going to force him to come in steep. And that's where his barrel path, when he first came in, was a V. He's really coming in steep and then hits the ball, and then right away is out of the zone, wanting to create a high finish. So with those hands going up, they're now forced to come crashing down. Where with Cal, you're seeing him more in a good hitting position, landing in line with the shoulder, and now staying connected, working through the hitting zone. His swing is more like a Nike swoosh, not a V, creating that big hitting window. Now going into the training progression that got the results for Trendyn from his before to what you're going to see in the after. This progression was great for helping with the lower half, eliminating this sway, and then getting him in a good hitting position for that barrel path to work correctly. So the first thing we did was the step back drill. Now again, to learn something is a progression. The first thing we did was just dry reps, was having the hitter get into the stance. So Trendyn would get into his stance, and all we would do is we would step back. The step back really forces the weight to stay on the inside part of the leg. We don't want to see when we step back that knee's getting over the foot. So it's as simple as just getting into your stance and stepping back and putting force into the ground and not allowing that knee to rock over. From there, you took that to the tee, stepping back, putting force into the ground, driving off the backside and hitting the ball. So dry reps to tee, and if the hitter's athletic enough, you could take that also to front toss, where a little bit of rhythm and timing is in place, but a little Arenado style, step back to put force into the ground and then get off that backside. So that cleaned up the lower half right away, and then taking it to the top half, the basketball drill was great to put him in that good hitting position. So all you're gonna do is just grab a ball, connect it to that arm, and by having the ball there, it really now forces those hands to be in line with the shoulder. You're not really able to increase the height of the hands. Those hands are gonna be in line with the shoulder, because that was the first thing. By having those hands up, that's what caused this. By just getting him into the good hitting position, now we're able to work on that roll. So when we are doing the basketball drill, it's a progression as well. We're taking it dry rep with the top arm, getting into that good hitting position. And then when we start to roll the forearm, we want to make sure that that ball is landing at our feet. If the ball begins to really go behind, we're dumping. If it really takes off forward, means we're pushing. So we're starting it with just one arm. We could then connect it two hands and just feel it nice and slow, and then do it with our bat. And that's a great progression. Now let's take it to the transfer to the game. After being taught correctly, training with their correct drills, now let's see what's happening in the game. We're going to see that line and the dot in the middle of the body, the line by that back knee, and you can see that he's starting a little bit taller in the stance. He got away from those knees being over the toes and that quad load. So now when he gets into his negative move, he's just engaging those legs, doesn't have a sway, just like the big leaguer, no wasted movement. Going into that positive move, we're really seeing him now getting off that backside. Beautiful. And look at the hand placement right next to the shoulder. When we start talking about high-level pitching, those little fraction, those little inches, it's what makes the difference from where, man, I was a great hitter at 12, 13, 14. Yeah, but now that you're facing high-level pitching, these are the things that are going to expose you. Great job by Trendyn, landing now in an athletic position. Let's take now Cal, who's having a great 2025 season, to his landing position. It's not rocket science, you guys. How is it that the best hitters in the game are landing? Now Trendyn's landing that way. If we don't start right, there's no way we're going to be able to finish right. So if you put your guys self in that hitting position and you guys aren't landing like the best in the world, how do you plan on being successful? And that's step one, land correctly. And now you're going to see that with him landing in that good hitting position with the hands, you're going to see now the barrel path staying connected. Just like Cal, those hands are swiping across the chest. That barrel path is now working forward. He's now working like that Nike swoosh. The roll is getting him onto a plane, and now he's working forward. He's not swinging down. We're not swinging up. The ball's coming directly forward. We want that barrel working forward, giving us that big hitting window. And that's how you teach, train, and transfer to the game. This ball went over 400 feet plus. Trendyn's on his way to go play some serious collegiate baseball, if not professional baseball, right out of high school. Good job, Trendyn.